Hello and thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Lance Cott.
And I'm Amanda Peterson. The Red Raider football team travels to IUP this weekend for the PSAC championship game. The Red Raiders are ranked 7th in the nation and are seeking their second PSAC title in 4 years. The game is this Saturday at 2 p.m. and they will take on the 13th ranked Crimson Hawks. This game should be interesting since Ship has the #1 ranked offense and will be going against the #1 ranked defense in IUP. SU is also on a 14-game winning streak, so there's plenty to look forward to during this championship game. The Lady Raiders field hockey team is currently at the 2012 NCAA Division II Championship. SU is ranked #2 and will take on the #1 ranked Golden Rams in a national semifinal showdown. Ship enters the tournament with the nation's best average scoring and goals per game. The game kicks off tomorrow at 1 p.m. in Lowell, Massachusetts. Our own John Brennan will be at the game, and next week we'll show you some highlights. On behalf of SUTV, good luck to the Lady Raiders. Shippensburg University students received an unsettling SU alert on Tuesday. The Shippensburg Borough Police released a statement saying 2 men assaulted another man on Queen Street. The man was actually assaulted on the corner of Coy Avenue and High Street. Police have both men in custody as of Thursday morning. SUTV hopes everyone stays safe this weekend and out of danger.
On Tuesday, students hit the polls to vote in this year's election. Leah Yolande looks into the results from election 2012. Well, we'll get back to that later. SUTV News followed the 89th District of the House of Representatives in a race between current Representative Rob Kaufman and the challenger Susan Spica. The highly publicized race between the two ended with Kaufman having the winning and having another term in office. Though Spica won over 6 of the precincts in the district, she wasn't able to secure the spot.
Daughters got to see their mom run for office, and they now know that when something is happening that's not right, you do not just stand by and watch it. You go and you do whatever you can to change it. So no regrets.
We reached out to Representative Kaufman today, but he wasn't available for an interview.
Coming up on SUTV News, the holidays are upon us and giving spirits are high. We'll tell you how you can give back right here in our local community.
And we'll have updates on this week's edition of The Slate. It's coming up next.
If women don't run, women can't win. On Tuesday, women ran and broke records and boundaries in the election. Sarah Small and Leah Yolande have the story. Hey girls.
What was once deemed the War on Women became the Year of Women. According to CNN exit polls of the voting population, 53% were women.
Rutgers Center for American Women in Politics reports 296 women filed to run for the House this year, shattering the 2010 record of 262 women.
Medicare and reproductive rights were hot issues in the election, but may not have been the only reason women showed up in droves.
I think there's a critical tipping point where as you get a population of women who are more educated and are out in well-paid careers, then women are thinking about other options.
Female candidates played a huge role in the election, and female voters did as well. With education comes more tolerance.
America is moving forward. And there are going to definitely, and there still are a lot of people angry at the election results. But there are a lot of key pull points from that.
Wisconsin's Tammy Baldwin, being the first elected openly gay senator, shows people care more about the issues of public interest than the electors' personal preferences.
Shows that the people in Wisconsin are really open to thinking about not the person's sexuality, not the person's gender, not the person's race, but they're open to the idea that we want someone who can govern and represents our ideas.
We now have a record-breaking 20 women in the Senate. So what does that mean for the future of our country? And why did this take so long?
Well, I think as the women show that they are capable, and some of these women become national leaders in the Senate, I really think that that bodes well for other female candidates.
America is leaps and bounds behind other countries when it comes to female leaders.
America's only been around for almost 200 years, so I think we have an evolution to do as well.
2012 is proved to be the year of the woman, and from here, it only gets better.
Well, Sarah, it seems sisters are doing it for themselves this year.
Well, like Beyonce always said, girls run the world.
Well, not quite yet. You know, we've got a long way to go. Women make up 51% of the population and 56% of voters, yet only 17% in Congress are female.
And that falls far behind many other countries, ranking 78th behind 95 other countries.
In Pennsylvania, 75% of women statewide candidates did not gain a seat.
Well, I heard incumbent Allison Schwartz won Democratic U.S. Representative, and Democratic Kathleen Kane is the first ever PA Attorney General.
Here in Cumberland County, Barbara Cross, the only female serving as chairperson on the commissioner board, is in her second term. Franklin and Adams County have no women.
Pennsylvania, we have got to do better.
Yeah.
As women grow in Congress, so does our country. But if women don't run, women can't win.
Back to you, Lance and Amanda.
Thanks, Leah and Sarah. Obama's re-election made headlines here in America. He will be our president again for the next 4 years. Others across the world were in tune to the election and had mixed feelings about it. SUTV's Kyle Rogers takes us on a worldly view of opinions.
It was a special afternoon paper reading this headline: Obama re-elected, and the opinions were clear.
You want it to be at like the top third of the screen.
In the Koreas, these men eating dinner wanted to see a Republican president.
I was hopeful about Romney and stronger policies towards North Korea, but Obama's done okay in the past. I just hope that, like cooking this meat to make it tasty, Obama cooks his North Korea policy better.
You could say Obama's re-election had a global reaction. In Jerusalem, many there want Obama to work on peace projects. But the closer you move into the Middle East, like in Pakistan, many there aren't thrilled.
No, I was never happy, neither before now.
Whoever comes, Pakistan has to suffer.
So you're saying whoever's in Washington is going to make Pakistan suffer?
Yes.
That's awfully pessimistic. You have no hope.
No, not from Washington, not from America, no.
As New York's Empire State Building turned blue on Tuesday night, it seems these Americans outside of the White House needed the trees to show off their excitement. Kyle Rogers, SUTV News.
Thanks, Kyle. Times get a little bit harder for students and their families with the holidays just around the corner. On Sunday, November 18th, the Spiritual Center is offering a free workshop for students experiencing grief during the holiday season. Students will be able to eat snacks while talking to other students about past experiences. The workshop will take place in the conference room of the Spiritual Center from 2 to 5 p.m. To participate, RSVP by November 17th to jt8414@ship.edu.
Shippensburg alumni Randy and Marcy Taylor understand honoring a lost loved one doesn't have to be a somber act. As a matter of fact, this weekend they'll honor their son by inviting hundreds to lace up with them and run. Stephanie DeCarlis has the story.
When a logging truck hit their van and killed their 3-year-old son, Drew. And for much of the last 6 years, they've been remembering their son by helping others.
The foundation was created hours after the accident.
When we first started, we knew we wanted to do something in Drew's name. We knew his 3.5 years could not be it for him. He had to make an impact.
They make an impact on people who've also experienced great tragedy.
Drew's Hope is a grief and loss support program for kids and their families that we run at Shippensburg University.
But they also remember Drew by just helping kids, with programs educating parents on how to prepare their kids for kindergarten. And while all the programs are helpful, they need money to support them. This weekend, hundreds of people will run or walk in honor of Drew, and at the same time raise the much-needed money for the Foundation's programs.
We offer a very unique race. It's 2 miles. It goes through a gorgeous environmental center, so it's part trail run.
Money raised from the run goes directly to the Drew Michael Taylor Foundation to support childhood education and grief support programs.
And we have a lot of sponsors that have been really kind to us through the years that help make it even more special.
Dash for Drew sets the tone for the rest of the programs within the foundation. Stephanie DeCarlis, SUTV News.
You can register online at drewmichaeltaylorfoundation.org. Click on events and then dash for Drew to register. Delta Zeta needs your help to help others. Delta Zeta is collecting and donating school supplies to Gallaudet University. Gallaudet University is the only university in the world offering undergraduate programs for hearing impaired students. Delta Zeta has been a proud partner of Gallaudet University since 1954. Writing utensils, binders, backpacks, paper, markers, and even hand sanitizer are all appreciated. Donation boxes are available. You can find donation boxes in Dauphin, the Cub, and the library from now until November 13th.
PRSSA and SUPR are asking for your help with a food drive happening here on the Shippensburg campus. Lauren Koch has the story.
Shippensburg University feeds hundreds of students each day, while 1 in 6 Americans are going hungry. A local organization is helping out.
Project Share is a food bank in Carlisle that helps members of the community, and it's actually a client of PRSSA SUPR.
And they are asking you to help.
Students can help by donating a can or 5 cans. Any little bit will help. Boxes for donations are around campus, mostly in secretary's offices, so just look for boxes in your secretary's office.
Gather up your canned goods today to help out your local community. I'm Lauren Koch. This is SUTV News.
You can donate to Project Share now until November 18th. Don't go away. Emily Larson joins us next with your weekend weather update.
And before we go to break, here's Christina Poehler from the Slate.
On local elections in the news section. Turn to the arts and entertainment section to learn about hip-hop happenings and check out WSYC's music charts. Ship Life highlights a student's fear of raccoons and reviews the food at Shippensburg Select Diner. For live updates of the PSAC Football Championship game this Saturday, find the Slate Sports team on Twitter and Facebook, and be sure to check out theslateonline.com for more coverage. Don't forget to pick up your copy of the Slate on newsstands this Tuesday.
To SUTV News, we're here with Nate Bloss, who's involved with the Ship Minithon. Could you tell us a little bit more about Minithon?
Yeah, Minithon is an event that's inspired by the Penn State Dance Marathon, and it's a celebration of the fundraising that we've done throughout the year. Our events like Stop the Bop and Sports Fest donate money directly to the Four Diamonds Fund, which benefits pediatric cancer patients at Hershey Medical Center. And our Minithon is a 9-hour event from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. It's tomorrow night. Costs $15 to get there, but again, that money goes directly towards pediatric cancer patients at Hershey Medical Center.
Now, why was Minithon started up here at Ship?
My co-chair, Mackenzie Bender, and I both did Minithons in high school, and they're very important to us. We were introduced by a Four Diamonds representative, and basically, she does Minithons for her friend Eli, and I actually became a Four Diamonds child last year, so that's only increased my drive to do it.
Why would you encourage other students to participate in this event?
Everyone knows someone who has had cancer. We have 3 people in our committee alone who have. And if they come tomorrow night, they'll get to see the faces of people who have had cancer. We'll have families there, and they'll get to interact directly with them. So it's really important to us that they get to see those faces.
Of course. Well, thank you so much, Nate. Now we're going to send it over to Emily Larson to take a look at the forecast. Emily?
We're nearing the end of what has been a cold and windy week. For tonight, temperatures will be below freezing at 27 degrees with clear skies. Friday will be mostly sunny at 52 with northwest winds at about 12 miles per hour. This weekend, there's going to be a warm surge of temperatures after a warm front passes to the north, which will bring temperatures of the 60s into our area. After what has been a pretty busy week weather-wise, we can expect a tranquil weekend ahead. However, showers will return Tuesday with colder temperatures. And that's it for weather this week. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Emily. Shippensburg's campus has designated trash and recycling bins, but until now, Creekside Apartments did not. Students from an environmental psychology class have gotten together and are trying to make Creekside a little greener. At the Creekside Court Apartments, there is no place for recycling. Recently, these students put green recycling bins at Building 8 and Building 9. So next time you finish your soda, make sure to recycle. Well, Leah Yalan is back with us. She traded in her political loafers for some stiletto heels. Leah, what do you have for us this week?
Well, Amanda, you know I can't stay out on my heels for too long. Hey, shipmates, we meet again. As always, let's get started with what's happening right here at SHIP. Supertramp's Roger Hodgson is in the building at the Lohr Center tomorrow night at 8. Singer, songwriter, composer, and all-around rock star, Sir Hodgson has sold more than 60 million albums worldwide. I'd love to see his royalty check. He's responsible for timeless hits like Give a Little Bit, Dreamer, It's Raining Again, and so many more. Head over to his website, rogerhodgson.com, then head straight to the Lohr Center box office to purchase your tickets. Sunday at 3 in the Old Main Chapel, stop by to hear the sounds of concert brass ensemble and women's choral. Hold on to your sides because next Friday the 16th, the super hilarious and talented Sinbad is making his Lohr Center appearance. You may remember him from the 90s hit series A Different World or his WeTV reality show Sinbad, but he's best known for his Keep It Real comedy, and best of all, he keeps it clean. Sinbad has been making us laugh for more than 2 decades, and he won't stop now. Tickets are available at the Lohr Center box office or online at lohrcenter.com. Maybe you've got big dreams and need a little inspiration. Well, you should check out a special screening of the Dream Share Project. It's a documentary created by a couple of ambitious college grads who go on a cross-country road trip following successful people to find out exactly what dreams are made of. The showing is Tuesday, November 6th at 3:15 in the Tuscarora Room in Reisner Hall. You'll need to RSVP, so send an email with DreamShare in the subject line to elc@ship.edu. There's so much going on, and I just can't tell it all. So head over to clubs.ship.edu/APB/calendar to see what other fun events are in store. Now here's my favorite part. Let's talk beauty and fashion. As the winter solstice approaches, the change in climate can wreak havoc on your tresses, causing them to be dry and brittle. So I've got a quick how-to for this winter weather hair care season.
Moisture during these cold months is key. No matter your hair texture, this winter weather moisturizing mousse how-to will give your hair humectant like never before. Here's what you'll need: an electric mixer, spoon, a spatula, medium-sized mixing bowl, organic coconut oil, 100% raw shea butter, vitamin E, virgin olive oil, tea tree, grapeseed, or jojoba oil. All of these products can be found in the organic section of your grocery store or easily online at Amazon.com. In the medium mixing bowl, add about 4 heaping teaspoons of shea butter. There's no need to be precise. This isn't an exact science. Add 2 to 3 teaspoons of your organic coconut oil, virgin olive oil, vitamin E, and any combination of tea tree, grapeseed, and or jojoba oil. I have extremely curly and dry hair, so I mix it all in. Start with your mixer on a low speed and gradually increase to high, making sure to get all the lumps out. Your oil mixture should be the texture of a fluffy whipped cream. Transfer the winter weather moisturizing mousse to your container and voila, you're on your way to luscious locks. All of these products can be found for pretty cheap, and by mixing them together, you stretch your product and your penny.
Now, if you have straight or not so dry hair, but just want to give your hair a little oomph, apply the moisture mousse to your hair before washing and let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes under a plastic bag. You may want to try washing with a conditioner instead of an oil stripping shampoo. It helps to retain moisture and maximize moisture too. Now, I use my winter weather moisturizing mousse not only on my hair, but it's great for my skin too. I want to hear and try your hair care secrets. Post them and hit me up on Facebook at facebook.com/SUTV News or facebook.com/Leah Yolande fan page. Hair and fashion go hand in hand. Last week, we showed you what's hot in Hollywood, and this week, let's see what's shaking for fall right here around SHIP.
So I'm standing here with Antoine Singleton.
So Antoine, what are some of your favorite fall fashions?
Some of my favorite fall fashions are a nice pair of jeans, hat and scarf, with a nice sweater, and a pair of sneakers.
Well, you look very nice today, so you're sticking to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Or covered through the entire boot, it's definitely becoming more popular. Too stinking cute. Now go for it, shipmates, and be beautiful. Until next week, that's what I call entertainment.
Thanks, Leah. This time of year, there's another trend in sight. To some people, this month is passionately referred to as No Shave November. Not for most females. Our Tyler Farrell takes a look at the faces of fall.
We're wearing boots and the North Face jackets.
One noticeable trend is the growing of facial hair.
Sometimes I think it's just because it's cold outside, that they just need hair on their face to keep their face warm.
It's November, no shave November.
Men groom themselves in different ways, but each style is about making them stand out.
I mean, sometimes I think they try to a sense of maturity.
Beards can also make an identity by the role they play in male sports.
I think if you have a beard, it always is going to make you look a little bit tougher than if you wouldn't have a beard.
No matter the reason, the trend will only continue with approval from those who really matter.
I don't really like facial hair. That's just my preference.
But for me, I prefer, I like a guy with hair on his face.
Men, now we know what that means.
Consult your girlfriend.
Tyler Farrell, the SUTV News.
Thanks, Tyler. Keep an eye out on campus and tell us what other trends you find.
Still to come on SUTV News, Marcus Cooper joins us with sports.
Don't go away. SUTV News, it's time for a Red Raider Sports Update.
Marcus Cooper joins us at the desk. Marcus, we've already talked about 2 SU sports teams. What else do you have in store for us?
Well, we're going to highlight cross country and tell you how to get a ride to the football game on Saturday in a special report. Women's cross country wins their 5th straight Atlantic Regional title. Ranked at number 8, the Red Raiders total 70 points and have finished ahead of Edinboro and IUP as all 3 teams qualify for the NCAA Division II Championship. SUTV would like to congratulate Miss Katie Sprafford on her first winning regional championship. Next stop is Missouri Southern State University for the championship in 2 weeks. Good luck, ladies. Most schools have rich traditions, but some teams have traditions that are more concrete. Trey Kimball has more.
It's a tangible, real entity that's here today but connects us to our past.
Those are the feelings that come to mind for sculptor Steve Dolbin, the creator of Touchstone, the monument that every football player touches before every home game. The idea came to him in 1981 when he was a football player at Ship, but it wasn't until the late 90s that Dolbin decided to act on his vision.
So I talked to President Seti at the time, and he really liked the idea. The athletic department and the coaches, they all thought it was a good idea. So we kicked it into high gear.
Preparations were made. A boulder had to be selected for the project, and then it had to be moved to Seth Grove Stadium.
It was a tough process, though. We had to bring this 18-ton boulder from a different location on campus, bring it here, move it into the stadium with big cranes, and then I carved it on site.
That's no easy task. It's a very fine and precise art. You have to be cautious.
You cut with a diamond saw, you incise your image, and then you have to cut it away. Everything has to be removed, and you can't screw up. You're doing it, and it was interesting. People were excited about this, so I had people watching me the whole time.
Touchstone was completed for the 1999 season, and in 2011, gold paint was added, and the effect that Touchstone has is evident.
And when you see that, you see all of those football players coming up and sincerely touching the stone and feeling that this is giving them some edge in the game. It's great.
It connects past and present Red Raiders and will continue to unite Shippensburg as people come and go. For SUTV Sports, I'm Trey Kemble.
The Raiders want to keep smacking touchstones this season as they hope to have home field advantage for the NCAA playoffs. Earlier we talked about how the Red Raiders are heading up to IU to play in the state championships. Students can take a fan bus to the game. Tickets are $10 and are sold at the Cub information desk. The bus will be leaving from in front of the Cub at 9 a.m. on Saturday. Come support the Red Raiders as they battle for the crown. And that's the update for SU Sports.
Thanks, Marcus. Are you heading to the game this weekend?
I sure am.
It's going to be a great game.
Are you guys going?
I wish I could, but
#1 defense in IUP, like we said earlier, and #1 offense in SHIP.
I will be there. Count me in.
Crash the Titans.
Well, that's it for SUTV News. I'm Amanda Peterson.
And I'm Lance Kopp. Thanks for joining us.
Don't forget to find us on Facebook at facebook.com/SUTV News or on Twitter at Twitter handle @SUTV News. We'll see you next week.